guys, welcome to this video. This is a CAT 2017 paragraph summary question. I'm Prashant, I'm the founder of Word Pandit, and I'm going to explain this question to you. Before we get to the question and the answer options itself, let's analyze the paragraph prompt which has been given to us here. Let's go through this and understand it, right? Because that's the first step in order to answer a paragraph summary question. Both Socrates and Bacon were very good at asking useful questions, so there is a common element between the two. In fact, Socrates is largely credited with coming up with a way of asking questions. So he came up with a way of asking questions, the Socratic method. What is it? What it is? Which itself is at the core of the scientific method which was popularized by Bacon. So the Socratic method is at the core of the scientific method popularized by Bacon. So Bacon's method was scientific method, Socrates' method was Socratic method, and both have common elements to them. This is what we figure out from the first two lines. The Socratic method disproves arguments by finding exceptions to them. So what does the Socratic method do? It disproves arguments by finding exceptions to them and can therefore lead your opponent to a point where they admit something that contradicts their original position. So the Socratic method is all about your opponent contradicting his original position, right? So this is what it does. It finds exceptions. Now, in common with Socrates, Bacon stressed it was important to disprove a theory as it was to prove one. This line is very, very vital. Bacon believed that it was important to disprove as well as prove a theory. Socrates' method was all about disproving theories, right? And real-world observation, experimentation were key to achieving both aims. So in order to disprove and prove one theory, you needed real-world observations, you needed experimentation. Bacon also saw science as a collaborative affair with scientists working together, challenging each other. So he saw a sense of collaboration. Remember, Socrates' method was only about finding exceptions, was leading your opponent to a point where they admit something which contradicts themselves, right? So there is a differentiation here. Socrates only focused on finding exceptions. Bacon, on the other hand, wanted to disprove a theory as well as prove a theory, right? So that's the difference between the two. Now let's look at the answer options from this perspective. Option number A, both Socrates and Bacon advocated clever questioning of the opponents. A, clever questioning is not implied in the passage, right? Socratic method does involve disproving arguments, but clever questioning is not used here to disprove their arguments and theories. The problem is Bacon not only talked about disproving, he also talked about proving. Hence, option number A is ruled out. Option number B, both Socrates and Bacon advocated challenging arguments and theories by observation and experimentation. Observation and experimentation are not only there to challenge arguments, they are there to prove arguments as well. And also Socrates did not talk about observation and experimentation, hence ruled out. Both Socrates and Bacon advocated confirming arguments and theories by finding exceptions. The problem with this is Socrates talked about disproving arguments by finding exceptions, right? This was not about confirming arguments and theories by finding exceptions. Option number C is ruled out as well. Option number D, we've ruled out three answer options here, guys, before arriving at the correct answer. So this in itself is a way of solving questions. You've ruled out three. Now you check D very, very carefully. Both Socrates and Bacon advocated examining arguments and theories from both sides to prove them. Now, if you look at it very, very carefully, this is the general diplomatic answer option, right? I'll write a capital D here to signify diplomatic. This is a general diplomatic answer option that we have, and we have a lot of these in VARC. Basically what these general diplomatic answer options do, they do not take extreme stance, they do not take extreme views, and they in general fit the content of the passage. So now if you think about it, did Socrates advocate examining arguments? He did. From both sides to prove them. He did argue for examining arguments from both sides because his method was what? You have your own argument and then you find exceptions from your opponent's viewpoints, right? So it fits with Socrates' viewpoint. Now, Bacon's viewpoint was that he worked with disproving as well as proving an argument. So this includes Bacon's viewpoint as well. This includes Socrates' viewpoint as well. And more importantly, like options A, B, C, unlike options A, B, C, this does not violate anything in the passage, right? So that's the differentiation between options A, B, C and option D. This option D is unlike the other options. It does not violate anything in the passage. Options A, B, C do violate something or the other mentioned in the passage, right? Option number D, your diplomatic answer option, does not do that, and hence is the correct answer here. This is how you arrive at the answer for this particular question. Hopefully so you are clear with the solution now. Thank you very much for watching this video and happy learning.